Today's gonna be a really fun day. I'm super excited. It is National Independent Bookstore Day. And so Craig and I are gonna go to a bookshop that we've never been to before. I think they have a coffee shop too and maybe some breakfast. So we're gonna go check it out. It's supposed to be really cozy and quaint and cute from what I've seen on Instagram. So I'm excited to go see it. I just got ready. Craig's getting ready right now. And it's literally fulfilling all of my like You've Got Mail vibes. I feel like I loved that movie when I was a kid. Like watched it. It was my sick day movie, and so I've always had a spot in my heart for like bookstores, and I've been trying to get more into reading in the last couple years anyway, basically since 2020. But basically, if I'm reading, then I'm not spending time on my phone. Trying to balance that out. And this right here behind me is like, this is my little trophy shelf of books. Basically, when I finish one, I get to put it up here. This isn't all I've read in the last 2 years, but pretty much. I'm currently reading Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Craig's mom actually gave it to me.
Good morning.
Me and Craig's mom joke that we're in a book club party of two because she and I just give each other books to read back and forth all the time. So that's what I'm reading right now. The one I finished 2 books ago was The Lilac Girls, and that was the best book I've read in a long time. That one and Where the Crawdads Sing that I read a couple years ago. Those are like, they get 5 stars on Goodreads from me. And me and my cousin, who also is a big book reader, we have a very strict star rating system. I'll put it down below in the description if you want to use it. But basically, if you get a 5 from us, like that's a really big deal. The Lilac Girls was the best book I've read in a long time. Emily Henry, actually, the book I'm reading right now, Book Lovers, I'm only like 30 pages in, 40 pages in so far. But she actually just put out a new book, I think, called The Happy Place. So, and I've been seeing it everywhere, like everyone's reading that. I'll be interested to see if they have that at this bookstore. I really like just going into a bookstore and just like, instead of trying to find a book from like my TBR pile, just like going in the bookstore and seeing like what speaks to me and what the vibe is. If you guys saw our Colorado vlog, you know that I spent one of the days in a bookstore that I found, and it was just awesome. I love doing stuff like that. And especially given that today is Independent Bookstore Day. Like, I love that so much. I think I saw a post. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. But it was basically saying, like, buy your books from people who aren't trying to colonize the moon. AKA Bezos. But anyways, we're gonna finish getting ready and go. We'll definitely get some clips of the place and the coffee and all the vibes. And we'll show you if we get any books. Got home. We're back with our PT girl. We had a really nice morning. We found a spot to sit outside, and so we just enjoyed our coffee and talked about books and whatever. But I did end up buying a book. It's called Wayward. I've never heard of this book. Some of you might have, but I just kind of liked the inside flap. Like it said, it's about basically 3 different women who had like crazy experiences across 5 centuries. So it sounds like there's going to be points of view from 2019, 1619, like during the witch hunt, and 1942 during World War II. And from what I can tell, there's like a cottage or something where all 3 of these women lived, and like things from all different centuries happened at this cottage or something. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I picked up on from reading the inside flap. The bookstore, it was our first time going there. It's called the Read Shop. Great coffee. Craig got the honey oat or honey lavender. No, Craig got the vanilla. What did you get? Honey vanilla, right? Yeah. Like honey oat vanilla. Yeah. They had a lavender honey oat, which I almost got, but I don't really drink coffee as much anymore. I try to get chai tea whenever I can. That's what I got. It was really good. They had a little bit more, it was a small shop, and they had a little bit more like stationery than books, which if you love Rifle Paper Co., they had all of that stocked. It was awesome. But as far as like the book selection, it looked pretty picked over. I think a lot of people have bought books from there recently because I saw maybe 1 or 2 books where they had 2 of them, but most of them, like this was the last version of Wayward that was on the shelf. And I think one side was more dedicated to like coffee table books and kids books. And then the other one was like the type of books I like to read, just like fictional books. Hey, do you want to come tell them what you're reading?
Sure. So I'm currently reading, well, I've got 3 books right here, but I'm just reading one, obviously, at a time. But the one that I'm currently reading is a book called In Order to Live by Miss Park. This one is, it's a pretty cool book. It's about this girl that she escaped North Korea. Pretty intense. Awesome book, though.
You read the first, this is the second book of hers you've read.
I think this is actually the first one. So I read the second book, and I read it out of order, but still, awesome book. The first one or the second one. These other 2, I've read this one. I finished this one. I still want to read this one. This one's actually a book, a movie, but it's based on the book. It's by John Le Carey. I think that's how you say it. But if you're into spy novels, these are the bomb.
I feel like that's right up your alley. Craig loves anything like government spy related.
Yeah, I love it. So the first one is the one that I completed is The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. This one is, like I said, it's based on, or the movie is based on this book, which is called Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Are there more, or are there more in the series, or is it just these 2?
I think he's written a couple other books. Hey Peach, what do you got, girl? What are you reading?
Peach is like, I'm reading about tennis balls.
Yeah. But I highly recommend these 3 books. Maybe another day we'll go through all the other ones that we read. But yeah.
I know, I showed them what I call my little trophy shelf, which is like all the books that I read. If I read them, then I get to put them on the shelf to like look at every day because it just makes me happy.
I feel like my books aren't pretty enough to make it to the shelf though.
Craig
books gotta be pretty to go out in the living room.
Craig's books are in his man cave office upstairs. That's where they get displayed. But yeah, we had a great morning, super cozy, and I'm really excited about my next book, which I'll start after Book Lovers probably. And it was just a fun way to spend the morning, especially on Independent Bookstore Day. Definitely go support your local bookstores instead of buying on Amazon if you can. But I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, all the things, and we'll see you guys in the next video.